With Simon Mack of your Brockville Braves, first year Brockville Brave, one of the young phenoms, 16 years old. Let's go way back in time. Maybe it doesn't go back that far, Simon, but when did your dad have the skates on you?
About 4 years old. It was the first time I laced them up, and can't remember too much from back then, but I've heard lots of stories about me not wanting to go on the ice as a young kid, and in the initiation days when I'd be screaming on the ice and crying, but my parents kept them on me, and I stuck with it throughout the years, and here I am today. So.
Any squash in the mix?
A little bit, yeah, for sure. Definitely some squash, and traveling to my dad's inner city matches every once in a while when I was younger. But yeah, he still plays today for sure. So yeah.
Simon, I guess one of the big turning points, a great midget year. Maybe you can elaborate on that. A lot of stuff started to happen there.
Yeah, for sure. Going down to South Kent last year in the States, it was big eye opener for me. Living on your own, it's definitely an eye-opening experience, and I think I'm more wise now because of it. Balancing school and hockey on your own is something I take pride in, and doing that at school last year, you definitely learn a lot of lessons from your teachers and your dorm mates who you live with. And obviously committing to Penn State while I was down there was going into it. That was a goal, was to get some college exposure down there, and coming out with a scholarship from Penn State is something I value a lot, and I'm thankful for that as well.
Yeah, so obviously that must have been a big surprise. Did you know that they were watching you, or did it just come out of the blue?
I'd have some conversations with them over the course of the year, and then I'd went down to tour the campus and meet the coaches, and I was just blown away by the facilities, the coaches, and the school. When I was looking for a school that would balance the hockey and the academics, and I believe that Penn State can do that for me, and I'm just been blown away by the support from the coaches and the facilities that they have at the school as well.
And what are they still in communication with you, or what are their expectations that you achieve going along right now?
Yeah, for sure. I talk to them quite frequently, and they just want to see me keep developing as I keep playing over the years and stuff, and my progress towards the playing for them. And yeah, I keep in contact with them quite frequently, and that's their main goal, is for me to keep developing and make that step to the NCAA level.
CCHL now, all of a sudden you're a 16-year-old phenom, you're getting a lot of attention, you've got the commitment. Do you feel any pressure? What was it like at the first of the year? I mean, it is quite an adjustment.
Right, for sure, and it's like you said, it's definitely an adjustment, stepping up to the bigger, stronger, faster league, but I see it as an opportunity to step in and help my team out, and I'm fortunate enough to have support from Jesse Winchester and Devin Payne over the years here in Brockville, and as well as my teammates. They've been great. The leadership on our squad we've got lots of it, and the veterans have really helped the younger guys succeed this year. And you can see it in our games. We've all the rookies and all the new players really acclimated to Brockville, and I feel that we're a better team because of their leadership for sure.
Obviously, it starts with playing your own end. That's your priority. Maybe this day and age, you don't necessarily, you can give up some size or some physicality in your game, but you're kind of an angle people out, puck-moving guy.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I definitely take pride in my defensive game. I'm a defenseman, and I love to play defense, but at the same time, I'd like to be offensive as well, and try and contribute on the offensive side of the game as well, for sure.
Yes, and on the defensive side of things, I think you've got 14 out of your 19 points are on the power play. Your 4 goals are on the power play. In fact, a little streaky in the mix, too. You had a 3-game goal streak going on, and then a 5-point night the other night was kind of special. Yeah,
for sure. Can't remember having too many of the 5-point nights, but yeah, for sure. I love playing on the power play, and, special teams is, again, something I take pride in, and, having the opportunity to play with these guys out here, it's easy to make plays happen when you've got guys like that on your team, for sure. So they make things easier for when you're playing out there, for sure.
And you see the other night with the night you're having, Jesse was just kind of rewarding you with some more minutes.
Yeah, it's always nice to get ice time, and they give me lots of opportunity with the Braves, and as I said, the coaches have been great, and they give me the opportunity to thrive, and I just look to take that opportunity for sure.
Any particular NHL defenseman or anything that you'd like to? I mean, obviously you have your own game, but there's any particular defensive favorite in the National Hockey League, Simon?
As far as current, I'd say Torrey Krug from Boston. I'm a big Boston fan, and I've always watched Bobby Orr growing up, Bobby Orr highlights and stuff. But currently, Torrey Krug is my favorite defenseman.
I'm just going to go back a bit there. We talked about your points on the power play, 5-on-5 wise. Like obviously, your own end is the number one priority. You don't want to get too caught up in the offensive zone.
Yeah, for sure. It's always important to get back, and I just try to look for the opportunities when they're there, and if they're not, then I play to my defensive game, and that's how I tend to look at things.
Real busy stretch here in the month of February for you and the Braves. Maybe this is the busiest time you've ever particularly had. Are you going to do anything a little differently here to get through this with the, basically using a baseball analogy, stretch drive heading towards the playoffs? Yeah,
for sure. I think it's just important. We've been talking about it in the room, just getting sleep and getting hydrated and, eating right during the stretch. But as far as games and the amount of games, I think you just take it day by day and you play your game, and you don't really change things up too much as far as your game, and you just do what you do every day and keep bringing that every day.
Thanks for doing this, Simon. Best wishes moving forward.
Thank you very much.
Simon Mack, your Brockville Braves.